guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and let's get right into this video. So today we are trying a new polygel kit from Amazon. So this kit is currently $12 on Amazon. I don't really know how much it was when I bought it because I did buy this a long time ago, but right now it's only $12 and it's not really a kit, it's more like a set of polygels. So this only has polygels in it, and this is from the brand Your Sugar. I have never tried this brand before, so we're gonna see what the polygels are like, how's the consistency, how's the colors, and we're gonna see if it's even worth $12. So let's just open these up and let me show you what's in here. So here's what comes in the box. Just have these little instructions, and then we have the polygel. So this set comes with 6 different colors. So let's go ahead and swatch all the polygels. I feel like I haven't done this in so long. Like, when's the last time that I've swatched polygels on a napkin? I don't even remember. So the first color is green, I think. Based off this first one, I really like how neon it is, and you know, it's summertime, so it's perfect. That's why I wanted to do this kit, because we definitely need some neon colors for the summer. Okay, next color is pink. Wow, these are so bright. Like, that's exactly what we want when we're talking about neon colors. We want them to be super bright. Next is orange, even though the bottle does look red. This one is a yellow. Next is blue. And finally, we have a purple. Okay, so here are all the colors. My swatches are not that cute. I'm a little bit rusty. I haven't swatched colors in a while. I think these 4 colors are probably the brightest ones. And then the blue and the purple are a bit more mild. Like, they're not like super neon. I mean, can you really make a neon blue and purple? I don't really know. And honestly, I think I found the perfect set to do with all these colors. So let's get started. So here are how my nails are looking. I still have the set on that I did from my last video. So I'm just gonna take them off with you guys. I just use one of these plastic cuticle pusher things and then I scrape up the nail, but I do have a peel off base coat on, so I'm gonna need the gel remover that comes with it first. So I just put a little bit of this at the cuticle areas, and then I just try and scrape up the nail in one of the corners, and it usually comes up pretty easily. If you're someone who likes to practice your nails a lot, I highly recommend this Jello peel off base coat, and then it comes with this gel remover. My nails usually last for however long I want them to until I put on the remover, and then I can easily just peel them up. Here are my natural nails. I'm not going to do any nail prep because I think they look fine. I'm just going to put on a peel off base coat because unfortunately I can't keep these on that long. Next, I'm going to size out the nail tips. So to glue these on, I'm just going to use some base coat, and then I'm going to cure it on with my UV flashlight. Now let's trim them down. I want them to be like a medium long. I feel like that's good. Now I'm going to get shaping the nail tip. I just make sure that these little tips here at the corner are blended in a little better, and then also make sure the tip of the nail is straight. Guys, so it's come to my attention that every time I've used fine grit sanding bands, I've actually not been using fine grit sanding bands. So here are my sanding bands. Clearly it says right here they're 150 grit, and the finest sanding band, I think it's 240 grit. So yeah, I've always been telling you guys to use a fine grit sanding band, blah blah blah, and they're not even fine grit. So I went ahead and fixed my ways, and I actually got correct 240 grit sanding bands. I swear when I bought these, I swear I got 240 grit, but I guess not. I don't know. So now I actually have fine grit sanding bands, so let's test them out and see if I can tell a difference. Oh my gosh. I'm just using it on the nail tip because I already did nail prep. Wait, these are so much better. These are perfect for like your natural nail. You know, I always kind of thought the other ones were a bit like too gritty, but I just thought, I don't know. I don't know. That is so much better, and if whenever I use it on my natural nails, I'm hoping it'll be much more gentle now. I can't believe that I was using the wrong ones for so long. I seriously didn't notice. Nail tips are good. Now we're going to add on a layer of base coat. Okay guys, so we're gonna get into the Polygel application. We need to pick the color we're going to eliminate today because I only have 5 fingers. Oh yeah, here's the design we're gonna do. So it's this ombre nail design. Each nail is like a different color and it has the hibiscus nail art on it and also some butterfly charms. I just thought this design was so cute. The colors that they used were pastel, but I think we could change them to neon colors to make it a bit more summery. So I only got 5 fingers. I need to take off a color and I'm thinking we gotta take off the purple. I think these 5 look really good, really bright and colorful, and I think the purple's just a bit too dark. Sorry to anyone who really loves purple. Now to make these extra summery, I was thinking about putting the water effect nail art on the tip of the nail, but I don't know if we want to do that. That might be like a little too much, but I feel like it'd be so cute. So I think I might want to do it. I think I'm gonna do it. Honestly, I don't really have that much time to do this nail set, but here we are adding more to the nail set to make it take longer. Okay, so we're gonna start on these ombres. We gotta figure out exactly what order we want these nails to be in. Okay, so I think I want to do yellow on the thumb, green pointer, pink middle, orange ring finger, and then blue for the pinky nail. I think that's what we're gonna do because I like these 3 together. These 3 like next to each other are really pretty. So we're gonna do that order. Let's start on the thumbnail because it's like the tester nail. If something's not quite looking right, it's okay because it's the thumbnail. Like, we don't always look at the thumbnail. So for my slip solution, I'm using 91% isopropyl alcohol. And then for my brush, I have this brush from Amazon. It's a size 10. I think it's from a brand called Kads or Kads. I don't really know. And it has the spatula at the end, but it's a really nice big brush. So that's what we're using. And now we're finally going to test out this polygel. So here we go, putting it on the thumbnail. So we're gonna put this only at the tip of the nail because it's an ombre. So we're working at the tip first. It already has like a black speck in it, so that's a good sign. Really bright color. So how is this consistency? I think this might be on the more stiffer side, which I enjoy. I like stiffer polygels. It has a bit of like that graininess to it, and these are kind of like see-through just a little bit. Okay, I don't think these are gonna blend very well. Yeah, hang on, let me get my smaller brush. Sometimes this big brush is not that good for blending, so let's see if the smaller brush will help. Okay, so it does blend. Using the smaller brush, I'm just able to add a bit more like pressure to blend it out, but it does blend, so that's good. You just gotta push really hard to blend it. But because these polygels are seems to be a bit more stiff, these polygels are best to like drag them and put more pressure on them to move them around rather than just patting them, because usually patting them won't really get you anywhere. Obviously for some parts you have to pat it, but if you're trying to like drag it to the edge of the nail, you really gotta put more pressure on it. So once the nail's kind of smoothed out, I just take my spatula and then slice off the excess at the tip, and that really just shows you how the shape is looking, because when the tip is a bit lumpy like that, it's kind of hard to really know if your shape is nice and crisp. I just do a few finishing touches. Also checking from the tip of the nail, this angle down the nail, so that way you can see how thick it is. Since we're doing an ombre, we want this color to be pretty thin because we're gonna have to encapsulate it with the clear, and that's just gonna make it really thick. So starting off, the thinner is better. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. This color is very nice. The consistency based on just this first nail, I'm actually not mad at it. It's pretty good. It reminds me a little bit of this brand. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not gonna say it, which I've tried before. If you watch this video, it's a bit more on the grainy side, a bit more stiff. It holds its shape, which is nice. We were able to blend it, but it just took a bit more effort to like really try and blend it out. But so far, I think I'm liking it. So I'm gonna cure this. If these glowed in the dark, that'd be really, they are really fluorescent though in the UV light. They do glow in the UV light. So I'm just gonna do all the tips of the nails first before we do the ombre, because I still want to think about if I'm gonna do the water effect nail art, but I feel like we should, because I feel like that'd be super cool. Does it matter if it's not on the like a blue base? We'll have to think as we work. Next color is the green. So once again, just gonna put this at the tip of the nail and then just smooth this out, only covering the tip. I just kind of passed the natural nail just a little bit, and then I covered the whole nail with the polygel. I put way too much of this color. I'm gonna try and put the excess back in the tube because this is just, I've used too much. And then I just try and suction it back in so it will go back in the tube. I'm gonna take off a little more thickness though. All right, and to blend this, once again, I'm gonna take my smaller brush and really just push down and drag this. Okay, I think that's good enough. We're gonna cure this. Next is the pink color. Ooh, what a nice pink. This pink is really good. I really like this color. I need to use this pink for many other sets. It's so good. Imagine this pink with like a glittery, charm-filled type of nail set. I need to do that. I need to do that. Moving on, we got the orange polygel. I feel like orange and pink is such a good color combination, especially for the summertime. Something about these two for the summer is so cute. That's why I wanted them next to each other. And honestly, if I do another pink and orange set in the future, I think maybe I should do a neon one with these two colors. Okay, so all the tips of the nails are on. I'll definitely share more of my thoughts on this polygel like later on, but all I can say right now is that I actually really like them. They're actually really good. So our next situation, we gotta decide if we want to do the water nail art. So I actually have this milky white color. I'm hoping that it'll be perfect for doing the water effect, so that way I don't have to mix together like a white and a clear. I actually did have this, and I did do water nail art recently for a live stream. I should have used this. Anyway, so we're gonna test the water nail art because we gotta see if we like it. I feel like it'd be cool. Okay, I'm just gonna use some top coat. That's what we're gonna put into the milky white to give it that water effect. We're gonna need a dotting tool as well. And then I'm gonna use this milky white color from this brand. Paint it over the nail. Okay, yeah, I think this is perfect. Man, this whole time I was mixing together like a milky white color. I had to make it myself with some white and clear when I could have been using this color the whole time. Okay, let's see if this type of nail art would even look good over this random color. Take the top coat, place this around on the nail. Okay, so it's a bit subtle because it's over this like, you know, really light yellow color. Also, you kind of just want to hold your nail in the direction that you want the drops to drip in, because and it'll kind of make it look a bit more watery effect. Like it won't look so circular if you just kind of move your hand around so that it will spread in certain directions. So what do we think? I think it's really cool, and I think it's nice and subtle. Maybe we should just do it. I think we need to test it on a darker color, like the green, for example. We gotta know, is it even gonna look right? All right, so I think this one looks good. Okay, I'm gonna cure it. It's on a light base, so it's like it's gonna be subtle no matter what we kind of try to do, like even if we added like another layer of this or something. So I think the real test to see if this nail art kind of fits with these random colors is to do it on like a darker color, because we already know it's gonna look good on blue because we've done blue already. But like the green, pink, and orange, I don't think I really see this type of nail art on those colors. All right, let's try it on the green. This is so much easier using a milky white. Now we take the top coat and just this all over the nail. Tilt the finger in the direction for these to spread out. Sometimes I tap my hand on the desk to spread it out a little bit. It definitely shows up better on the dark bases, obviously. But is it weird, you know? Like, is it weird to have this water effect on a green nail, you know? Honestly, I think it's cool. And plus, imagine it with like the finished nail charms and the nail art. Okay, so I'm gonna cure this. Okay, so we're just gonna do water nail art on all the nails. I think we've kind of passed the point of no return. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on all the nails. I really like water effect nail art because I like how simple it is. It's like an easy nail art to do. I really love easy nail art. Okay, add in the dots now. I should have been doing like bigger dots like on the pink nail. Luckily, you know, you can barely see the yellow and this is only like the first nail, so I think it's best to do bigger dots with a lot of top coat so that way it spreads easier. If the dots are too little, it just doesn't really spread, as you saw from my first attempt doing these, if I left that part in. But yeah, this is my second attempt if I edit that part out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. Okay, all the water nail art is done. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Okay, so now we're gonna do the ombre part of the nails. So I'm just using some light pink polygel from Makartt. Put this at the cuticle area. Push this towards the cuticle. I just go at like this type of angle and slowly thin it out and push it as close as I can to the skin, but making sure to leave a really thin gap. I don't want to drag too much of this towards the tip, so I just kind of push it back to make sure it's a good thickness near the cuticle area. See, I want it to have that bit of thickness. All right, so this is probably too much to ombre with, so I just like to thin it out a little bit, and then I'll kind of scrape off this excess here. So it's kind of see-through. I might have to use a different nude color. I don't think this one is gonna work for this. I don't think I like it because I think the line is just so noticeable. Well, we're gonna get scraping this off. So I have these other two nude polygels that might be a little bit more opaque. This one's called French Press. I feel like that one would be good. And then VIP, which I think is a bit more like really opaque. Let's do French Press first. And if it's still kind of see-through, then we'll do VIP. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and cure this. Okay, so I did all the ombre. One thing about ombre nails is that they are kind of time consuming because of how many steps it is just to have the nails done. So now that we did the ombre, we have to encapsulate it all. And I gotta make sure I really encapsulate the tips because they have nail art over it, so I can't just like only encapsulate the middle section. I'm gonna try not to put as much on the nude part because those parts are already thick. I don't really need to be encapsulated. Mostly the middle to the tip needs extra polygel. Let's see if we could do 2 nails at a time. Okay, so all the polygel's finally on. That honestly took me so long, like just because it's so many layers. And honestly, these are turning out pretty thick, so I'm hoping with shaping them, I'll thin them out. But I just have my Makartt dust collector and hand file, and let's get shaping these. Okay, so all the nails are shaped now. I think they're looking better. They're still a little thick, but it's like I can only shape them so much and then it's like I'm over it, you know? So we're gonna get into the nail art now. So this nail art, we're doing hibiscus flower nail art. All we're gonna need is some white gel polish. And look at these new nail art brushes I got because mine kind of got ruined. This is the brand. There's 5 different sizes. I think we need like a medium one. But yeah, these are super thin and nice. And like, I'm hoping that they're just gonna make nice thin lines. So to do hibiscus flower nail art, you're gonna need a dotting tool. Probably one on the smaller side. There's 2 flowers on each nail. I'm just gonna start in this corner. So we might have cut it a bit close, but we might be able to make it work. So these are like the 2 starting dots, and then you just put a dot kind of between the 2. Let's see, I don't know if that was the easiest way, but it doesn't look too bad. Then we want to get, wow, this brush is really nice and thin. We want to get a little white on our nail art brush, and you just want to connect everything inward. So from the 2 dots and then from the top dot. So I think the top dot needed to be closer. It's not bad, but I feel like this isn't how I'm supposed to do it. I think I shouldn't have connected it so much in the middle. Let's restart. Okay, that looks promising. Wow, this brush is so thin and nice. Oh my gosh, you guys don't even understand. I haven't gotten new nail art brushes in so long. And I made sure I got ones that were like extra thin. This one's not bad, but I know how to make it better the next time. So I'm gonna cure this. I think I need to make, you know when it's like in a triangle dot shape, I need to make the top dot much closer to the other 2. But wow, this brush is so good. I'm so happy with this brush. It's like actually so thin. Because like, you know, sometimes it'll look thin, but it's really not. It's still like a thick brush. But no, this brush is thin. I can get these lines really thin. All right, now we gotta do like the middle stem part. So it seems like there's a dot in the middle. And then between 2 of the leaves, so probably this one, it's gotta kind of swoop out. Do you see how thin this brush is? Okay, nice. And then take the dotting tool again. I'm gonna cure this because I'm afraid I don't want to mess it up. And then there's 2 dots on either side and then 1 at the tip. Ooh, I should have probably made them a bit closer, but I'm gonna leave it. I love hibiscus flower nail art. I haven't done it in a while. I think the only time I've done it is last year when I did my first water effect nail art. It's on the easier side for a flower nail art. Let's do another one, kind of more in the top corner. Not the best one, but I'm gonna keep it because, you know, like I always say, it's on the thumbnail. We don't really look at the thumbnail. I'll try better on the other ones. First nail done. Next, on to the next ones. Honestly, I appreciate that this nail art is a bit more simple because of how long the polygel part took me. I don't really feel like doing so much with the nail art. This being like, you know, simple, I know I can do it, makes me feel better. I know these first dots, they kind of form like a circle. Okay, that's not a bad circle. And then you gotta do the dot in the middle. I'm gonna try and make it much closer, like it's basically touching the other 2. Because I've been making it kind of like too far away. But it's supposed to be a petal, so it's supposed to all connect. Then take the nail art brush and then just little swipes in the middle. Okay, much better. The 3 dots have to basically be touching. I was making them way too far away from each other. Very cute. Let's cure that. Okay, and then the center of the nail, put a dot, and then connect the stem to that. You just want to make sure you draw the stem between two petals so it doesn't draw over one of your petals and it just kind of like gets lost and just looks like there's a you know, like a swipe just randomly on a petal. So you got to put it between two petals. And then the little dots that go on the side of it too. I'm trying to make these closer together than I did for the last ones. Cute. Let me just do a flash cure. I'm tired of sticking my hand in the lamp over and over again. Hopefully it's because it's only a little bit of gel polish. It doesn't need to be fully cured, because if you don't cure gel polish enough, it could start to wrinkle or shrink. Hopefully that's good enough. Do the other flower now. I think maybe the circle method might be the easiest one. Wow, once the flower nail art is on here, wow, it really did it for me. Like, the flower nail art really just took it to the next level, because when it was just the ombre, I was like, you know, they're okay, like the colors are cool and whatnot, but wow, the flowers just, I love the flowers on it. Wow, my hand is kind of cramped because you know, holding my hand for that long in that position. Now we gotta do the gems and the butterflies. I was a little unsure of how I felt as we were, you know, doing the ombre, but now with the nail art, this was a trust the process one for me, to be honest with you guys. Okay, butterflies. I have these small silver butterflies. Perfect just to put around the nail. So we need 5 of those. Whoa, I have these huge butterfly ones. No. And then we need some silver nail gems. Where are my silver nail gems? They gotta be around here then, because they're not in my drawer. Please be it. Yes. So when I lose something on my desk, I feel like kind of annoyed because my desk is messy and then I have to dig through everything and it gets messier. Ooh, hair. All right, and then we just need some tiny, like medium and tiny silver gems. We need some rhinestone glue. Let's adhere the butterflies and the charms. My favorite method of applying charms and rhinestones has definitely been putting them on before the top coat, sticking on charms first and then just top coating around everything or over the gems. It definitely helps make everything last way longer. Let me put the butterfly on last so it doesn't slide around. Gosh, how cute is that? I love it with the green. Okay, let's quickly cure this. Cure everything in place. As long as it's stuck there, we can move on. All right, let's just add all those charms onto the other nails too. These are so cute, guys. I'm already so happy with these. I was afraid at first. I can't lie. I was afraid. Now that all the gems are on, we're just gonna add some top coat to all the nails. So I'm just gonna top coat around the butterflies, but over the gems. And if a gem looks too bubbly, like if there's too much top coat on it, then I'll go in with my brush and just kind of like tap off excess top coat that might be over the gem. It's like, for example, this one, it just looks too much like a dot of top coat on it. So I will go in with my brush, take all that excess off so it just looks more like the normal nail gem shape, making sure to really top coat around all the crevices of the butterfly as well. Okay, just gonna take my brush and just kind of swipe off the top of the nail gem just to like soak up the extra top coat. You could leave it. I think I've heard that the top coat will like chip off of the top of the gem anyway, so like it should go back to looking normal, but I'm just gonna do it now. And sometimes I just like that the nail art is the same on every nail. So it's like you just eventually get used to doing it. You can do it quickly by the end of it. And even though it's the same on every nail, it still feels like there's a lot going on these nails. And I really enjoy that. Like seriously, when I was at the ombre part, like just after the shaping, I was like, I don't know about these. Like they weren't really looking how I thought they were gonna look, but wow. I was definitely overthinking because with the nail art and the nail gems, I'm so happy with these. I'm telling you, the flower nail art really just did it for me. It really just improved the nail set instantly. I seriously had hope after the flowers. Okay, now we are just going to add on some cuticle oil. And here are how the nails turned out. Let me know what you guys think of this nail set in the comments. I am so happy with these. Like I kept saying, like I wasn't really sure about them like once I did the ombre because I don't know, just something about it I just wasn't sure about. But wow, once the flowers and the gems are on, it really transformed this whole set. I really love how these turned out. I like how the water effect is kind of subtle, like the flowers mostly cover it up because it's like it's there if you look for it, but it's not there if you don't look for it, which I think is good because it might be a controversial take having the water effect on other colors besides blue. I'm totally kidding. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but I like that the water effect is on the subtle side. Okay, so let's talk about this polygel set really quick. So we tried the Your Sugar polygel, and I gotta be honest, these polygels are actually really nice. They remind me of this brand. They're on the stiff side. They have that slightly grainy texture, kind of also like SXC polygel. If you guys ever tried that, they're not runny, which I like. I also didn't use them around the cuticle area, so I didn't really test them for runniness because that's the real test. If they flood the cuticle area, then, you know, they're on the runny side. But as I was working with them, I enjoyed it. I think the consistency is good. I like stiffer polygels, and I really love all the colors. These colors are amazing. I think my favorite nail might be the green one or the yellow one, which I did not expect today. I did not expect, but I just like how vibrant and bright they are. I think they fit perfectly with the flowers. Yeah, these two nails are definitely my favorite colors. I like these three as well, but sadly the pink color kind of lost that like brightness somehow. It was like after I cured it, it just wasn't as bright as it originally was. It's like these two don't look like the same color, and I don't think it was because of the water effect, because you know, we can't forget I did put that on, but like how are these the same color? I don't know. Yeah, right? Do you guys see what I mean? Like it just lost that brightness. The orange still very bright, and then the blue is the same thing, but the pink, like I was so happy about the pink color, but it just doesn't look how it was. I have some really cute lighting coming into my room right now, perfectly on my, you know, fluffy background, so we're gonna use it to our advantage. But overall, I really like the polygels. I think they're a yes from me. Like I would recommend that brand, and I think I've seen other color sets that they have, and I would totally get some other polygels from them. Let me know your thoughts on the polygel in the comments though, if you've ever tried this brand or just based on this video. Also, let me know your thoughts on this nail design. I think it turned out so good. I'm very happy with these. But that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye!